Hey guys, it's Jack Punkington here, and this is going to be kind of like a cool gear shout out slash vlog, but I want to start this video by saying this is not a paid sponsorship or anything. Like, I'm not being paid to say what I'm about to say. This is all from my personal experience. I went out and bought this product myself and I tried it out, and I really like it and I really want to show you guys it. So, if you're like me, you do a lot of Craigslist, eBay, Guitar Center, Sweetwater, Reverb shopping, all sorts of stuff, and you're always looking for more gear. I buy gear to sell gear to get more gear. And one thing I have trouble with is I have roommates, and I'm an insomniac. I don't sleep, and because of that I get inspiration at 2, 3, 4 a.m. sometimes, and you can't crank up the high gain super loud tube head at those times and get the really nice rich tones and really blast them. So what do? You buy a cheap solid state head to kind of plug in headphones. If it has a headphone out, you buy a micro terror, or you try other things. Well, this is another option. So if you're like me, Facebook will show ads of stuff that you haven't even searched but you've thought about, because Facebook has some weird mind control thing. Not really, just roll with me on this. This is the Heavy Rock headphone amp. I think it's by Vitoos. I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce that, but this thing is awesome. They're like 20 bucks on eBay, Amazon, all those good places, and it's really cool. So it doesn't have any speakers or anything. They have different models. Like there's like a clean model, a saw, or like a blues probably model. This is like the high gain heavy rock model. So what you do is you take it, you plug it into your awesome Gibson guitar or whatever you have. You plug some headphones in here on the top, right here, and then you turn it on, and these blue lights, they're very pretty, pop up, and there's 3 blue lights. The 4th one, which is right here, because you can't, there's one right here that pops up when it's charging. It's rechargeable, which is really neat. So you don't have to like go out and buy batteries. It has batteries in it. You just charge it, standard, USB charger. It comes with it. It also comes with an aux cord. So this, you can actually plug in here into like certain amps that have an aux capable out, and it actually can come out the speakers of the amp. So you can have a fuller sound. But basically this is mainly for just a portable thing on the go. If you're on a long car trip, or if you're just in a jam space and it's before practice and you want to warm up and you want to plug headphones in this, or if you're just out and about and you're just hanging out and you're like, I want to jam. So you pull your guitar out from your back, because it's always on your back. You pull this bad boy out and you plug it in. These things are great. I won't really do a review of it because it's not really something I have the capabilities of reviewing right now. Basically, it's actually very similar to a micro terror for the controls. Gain, tone, volume. More gain, more tone, more volume. But it's really neat. I definitely recommend it. It's a great Christmas present idea. I really wanted to check it out. Like I said, it wasn't even 20 bucks, I think, with shipping, depending on where you see them and when they're on sale. And it's really worth it. It's a neat gift. It's fun. These are modeled, I think, because Vox have very similar stuff to this. It's very cool. So I definitely recommend it. It's nice. It's a great gift. And I wouldn't talk about it on the channel if it wasn't a product I thought was good or I believed in. So I wanted to do that. Like I said, I'm not being paid to say that. I really genuinely like these. Get them. But now the other thing I want to talk about. As you can see, I am missing my Valve King head. It is gone. It is sold. I sold it today, actually. And I didn't want to. But I had to, and this is why. I wasn't short on cash or anything, although I could always use more money. But what happened was I actually had my audition for that band. I was very excited, and it was actually a lot closer than my last band. It's only about 20 minutes at most with bad traffic away from my house. So that's really nice and attractive to me to look like, well, my last band I was driving almost an hour one way. This is at most 20 minutes. So it's like awesome. So I get out there, I meet everybody, and I took the Valve King because I didn't have this 6505. My buddy Mike had it. I actually gave it to him for Christmas. Took my 412, my pedal board, which is actually what my camera is standing on right now, and my SG, and I get out there, plug everything up, plug the power board in to make sure I was getting power, plug the Valve King in, turned it on, nothing. Tried a different outlet, nothing. Tried a different outlet, pop, and it died. I have never once had an amplifier die on me during an audition, and it's the one time I didn't take a backup. That's right, I was unprepared. Never forget to have a backup of everything. I usually always take backup guitars, backup cables, never backup cabinets because that's never usually an issue. Most times they'll have a spare cabinet because having two of those to lug around would be a pain. I've got my homemade cab below it, and that's even more awkward to carry. It's lighter but more awkward. But more cables, more power supply, speaker cables, instrument cables, more pedals, everything that you can get your hands on, double it. More amps, because that's going to happen. It only took it once for me to really think I'm never going to do that again. Because it wasted an hour. I lost an hour of jam and audition time because I had to run back to town, pick up what I was going to do was grab my Fender or my Crate solid state head. Granted, it can't really compete with the other guitar player. He runs a Mesa Dual Rec. So obviously an affordable Fender Stage 100 ain't going to keep up with that. Or at least sound decent compared to that. By itself, it's not a bad amp at all. But against a $1,000 Mesa, no. And I was devastated. And on that note, a Valve King couldn't probably hold it very well, but a little bit better. Anyway, I was devastated by that. And my buddy Mike saved the day by saying, I don't need the 6505. You can have it back. It's not like you're taking it from me on purpose. I get it. Take the 6505 and just rock out. Come back to town, I grab it, I come back and grab my Fender just in case this blows up because I'm not making that mistake again. Get all the way out there, plug that bad boy in, and it was the best audition I ever had. Lesson learned. Always take 2 amplifiers. 3 at most, but mainly take 2. It was actually funny. The other guitar player who was running a Mesa was telling me he actually had a very similar situation where when he was running a PV Windsor, which is similar to a JCM 800, it blew up on him. So, but yeah, I have no idea what was wrong with the Valve King. It worked like 2 hours beforehand when I played on it here at home, and it just sucks. I actually sold it today for parts for 60 bucks, which sucks because I paid about 120 bucks. So I literally got half of my money back. Sucks even worse because it was a good amp. I did like the amp. But lesson learned. Last topic of business I want to show you guys. Done a little bit of a customization to 2 of my guitars. First is my baby, the Gibson SG. Strap locks, finally. Death Wish coffee sticker. Goes on every guitar I play. And if any of you guys have been around long enough, about a year ago had a Gibson M2 that came with this truss rod cover, and I don't have the M2 anymore, but I still have the cover, and I thought it would look good on this brown guitar because it's a little splash of color that's not too much, and it's unique and different, and I love koi fish. I actually got a huge compliment on the guitar and on that at the audition. They're like, that's such a cool contrast. I'm like, thanks, that's what I thought. And then, because it is Christmas time, one of my roommates We did our family Christmas a little bit beforehand because we're all going out to different families and stuff this week. So we did it yesterday actually, and one of my roommates gave me a bunch of stickers. And you might think, oh, that's lame, stickers. I'm like, why would you give stickers? Because A, stickers are cool, and B, it's something I love. I'm a huge caffeine addict. I'm actually working on cutting back. I love coffee. I love tea. I love soda, just not as much as coffee. But they got me these really cool coffee stickers. They're all sorts of different types of coffee. And like espresso, mocha, cappuccino, mochaccino, latte. It's really cool, green tea, and it just matches really well with the white and black, so it's really neat. Because this guitar is never going to be in mint condition again. It was literally smashed on stage and put back together. Not too shabby for a guitar that was smashed, but so why not embrace the ruggedness and do something cool? Because I'm never going to get rid of this guitar, because it's not really worth a whole lot, but to me it's worth a lot because it came from my awesome girlfriend who bought me this because I had said how much I missed having a Schecter, and she I picked it out and she's like, alright, it's yours, I'm buying it. And I was like, really? She's like, yep. So she bought it for me. I mean, yes, it was only $50, but $50 for this thing, come on, that was a great deal. Plus now it has my personality on it, so definitely a sweet guitar. But yeah, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep the 6505. It definitely did the job. It helped me get into this band. I'm really excited about that. Kind of a crappy time to get in. I mean, I'm very happy to be in the band, but it's the holiday season, so like till after the first of the year, probably won't have a practice again, which is okay. But it gives me more time. I'm actually selling. It's kind of hard to see, but like you can see some of it here. And over here, it's covered up by blankets, but I'm actually selling my PA. I had a PA set up, and I used it in my last band. I don't really need it. And there's more of it over there, actually, which is two big old subwoofers. And so it's literally taking up a lot of my space in my dining room. It's not in the best shape, so I'm selling it. Got a buyer this weekend, so with that plus some Christmas money and the money from the Valve King, and if I sell that or trade that, maybe we might be looking at a Marshall JCM 900 or 2000, or I thought about maybe getting a 3120 or Triple X again. What was the other amp that I wanted to consider? Like to get myself either a Mesa Nomad or a Mesa single rec. The reason why I would go single rec is because it's only 50 watts, and I know only, but 52 watts is more than enough to gig with. I still argue that 20 is giggable with the right amp. Like the Marshall DSL 20, I think might be giggable for sure. Maybe not the 6505 MH just because it hisses so bad. The classic 20 and the Valve King 20 for sure. But anyway, that's a whole other video debate, which I might look into that. But anyway, yeah, I thought that would be cool. To get a single rec, it would be cool too, because like I said, the other guitar player runs a dual rec. He also runs a Gibson Flying V. I run a Gibson SG and a Gibson Les Paul, and hopefully in the next weeks to come. So my options are get a Marshall JCM 900 or a nicer amp around that quality, or keep this and buy possibly new tubes and the pickups for this. I really want to get this guitar going, and I think it'd be fun to play in the band because, like I said, the other guitar player is a V player. Well, this isn't a Gibson, it's a Dean, and it's made in Indonesia. But Indonesia and Korea both make great guitars. I actually just got the nut for it in the mail. It's not fastened on with glue yet. I just put it on there so I wouldn't lose it. But yeah, This just hangs on the wall all day right now. But yeah, so it is one step closer to being done. So I'm very happy with that. So I would... Oh, and a PV Triumph 60. I heard so many good things about them. A lot of people are like comparing them to Marshall JCM 900s. So I would love your guys' opinions, your thoughts. The style of music that I just got into this band is it's metal, down tuned to drop or to C standard or drop B, but that doesn't necessarily make it like kind of metal. When I hear it and when I hear what they play, it is brutal stuff, but they also have kind of like a rock grunge sound. And they also want to do more chill stuff on some songs. So something that's versatile for sure. That's why I was thinking Marshall or possibly Mesa, like a Nomad. So, but I would love some feedback and thoughts. Definitely would love to hear your guys' ideas. Everyone have a great holiday. If I don't see you before then, Jack Punkington signing out. Peace, guys.